Good evening, everyone. Before we get into this evening's quick update, I want to just tell you why I decided to come on here at 9:35 p.m. It is raining and storming behind me, but my son's sleeping, so I couldn't do this inside, so I did it in the best spot I possibly could. I got a little overhang on the side of my house on this side, so I'm going to get through this in an orderly fashion. We're going to talk about XRP as it's surging a little bit right here. Yeah, it's only up 0.45%. We're going into a range. If we can get back over 60.3 cents here, get back over that rising channel resistance. Now that we've gotten the downtrending resistance from the 2018 resistance out of the way here, that's our next step. So we're going to look at that, and then very quickly we're going to look at the inverse head and shoulders here on DGB that is forming right now. So please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update, and we'll get to this very quickly. So good evening, 9:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XM and Future Digibyte OG. So real quickly, XRP, to get this in a real orderly fashion, XRP right now in time, we're trying to come up to that 62.98 cents. That 62.98 cents, and it's going to take a little factor here to get up. We are doing fine right now because we're using this. Where did my little support thing go here? We're trying to come back here. This is that resistance support area. All this is telling us is this is just like the 2018 resistance, and that's right here, just so we can see. And we're on top of that right now at 59.6 cents, but we need to push up past. It's just a little bit higher at 60.3 cents. That's the rising channel resistance, and then if we can get on top of there, we're trying to push up towards the 62.98 cents. So we'll see in the very short term if we're going to have enough support to push up. Otherwise, if we start falling down, we have a support underneath right at 56.61. And then real quickly, because I want to release this, as you can see, the storm behind me with the lightning is pretty interesting. But DGB real quick at 743, down 0.8%. DGB, when you look at this in the smaller time frames, or not the smaller time frames, when you look at this in the bigger time frames, we can see an inverse head and shoulders setup. So this is a very bullish consolidation. If you don't know what an inverse head and shoulders is, so this is the inverse head and shoulders. A chart pattern seen when a securities price falls and rises 3 times to form 3 successive troughs, the second of which is the deepest. And now you see the inverse head and shoulders. You can see it better like this with the way it's set up. Now you look at DGB, we've got that same inverse head and shoulders set up here. So we have an opportunity for an explosive breakout. It's had a big correction here to get down here, and it's actually met a very important support line. As I drew this out and set it up exactly how it needed to be, we actually tapped that uptrend before when we hit it on support, and now we're rising back up here. Off of that uptrend, we hit tap, tap, third tap here. We've got a big downtrending resistance way up, but we're in this falling channel, so these are very bullish. These are very bullish consolidations. And now in the short term, you're not going to be able to see it in the weekly, but you can see it even in the 4-hourly. The daily time frame, you can see it. Very big inverse head and shoulders here. And these are bullish pattern setups. So for me, I did take out a position in DGB. I'm very transparent. And DGB is a long-term play for me as well. So I did buy it originally on this new round at 0.0058 or roughly, but I sold it around 1.7 or 1.8 cents, and now I'm rebuying it back in. And I was going to try to wait a little bit longer, but now I would just be greedy. So I see this inverse head and shoulders. I did buy in. It was like 144,000 tokens. So that's where I'm at. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Hopefully this helps. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm not a financial advisor, so if you buy in, expect to lose money. I could still see it coming down to 6.3 possibly, but we've already hit that third time on that support on the inverse head. And now creating this inverse head and shoulders, if we see this in the next week or so come up past the 833 level, there is an ultimate target for DGB. It's had a huge correction to go up to that 1889 level. So if this plays out entirely, right now it's down 67.9% since March of this year. So it's been a heck of a correction. So right now you would be looking at, for DGB, if it played up properly, you would be looking at, first level's 10%, but you're looking at about 150% if DGB breaks out of this inverse head and shoulders and breaks bullish. Because after, if we got up here, it'd be about 119 if this inverse head and shoulders plays out bullish. 119. And you start looking at some of these levels. First level would be around 14%. Then you start breaking up to some of these higher ones, 36. Then you break up 56. Come up here, it's 103. And you come up here, and it's 160%. So if this plays out, it looks like a huge inverse head and shoulders, which it looks massive. So you have to make your own educated and informed decision. I was very patient. I was feeling very lonely without my DGB. Now I feel very safe, secure, and I feel very, very, very happy. Have a blessed evening, everybody. And if you're looking to trade crypto, video description below.